Chris, what is our fifth and final main topic today?
This one comes from Charlie. Hey, crew. So Variety just said that Jon Watts is now directing an untitled Star Wars series, which now begs the question, was this the project that made Jon Watts walk away from the eagerly anticipated Fantastic Four movie like you predicted, John? Can't wait to hear everyone's thoughts. Thanks.
All right, thanks for writing that in, Charlie. Heh. So,
ooh, it's going to be a smug moment.
well, look, I just, when the announcement came out that Jon Watts, who had for 2 years been connected as the guy who's going to direct Fantastic Four, by the way, did such a great job with the Spider-Man movie.
So
did a
good.
wonderful, under a high pressure situation, came in, knocked it out of the park. And that's fine. It's fine that he's not going to do, for whatever his reasons are, it's fine that he's not going to do Fantastic Four. There are many other projects for him, many other great directors who can step in and do Fantastic Four. But when they said, oh, he just needs a break, I said, who is naive enough to believe that? Mm-hmm. And I got criticized online saying, John, you don't understand the pressures of big Hollywood movie making, and it's totally intensive making a movie. No, I do. I get that. But he knows that already. He's not new to this business. So there's no. If he really needed a break from big projects or whatever, he wouldn't be doing another movie right now with two of the most biggest movie icons in the world, with George Clooney and Brad Pitt and all that kind of stuff. I said, there's something else going on here. I said, I don't know if it's Kevin Feige saying, hey, I kind of want to go in a different direction of this. Can I give you another Marvel project? Rob had the theory about, you know what, I bet you he's going to be doing the Kevin Feige Star Wars movie. And I thought that might be Bryce Dallas Howard. So it wasn't Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie, but it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
All right, this comes to us from the good folks over, I believe, at Variety, and they write the following. Rumors first circulated in February that Tom Holland's Spider-Man director Jon Watts was circling a Star Wars television series at Disney+, but a new report from Vanity Fair now confirms the show. The show takes place during the post-Return of the Jedi reconstruction that follows the fall of the Empire, the same as the Mandalorian timeline, but its plot remains a secret. It's created and executive produced by director Jon Watts and writer Christopher Ford, who made the Spider-Man Homecoming for Marvel. Inside Lucasfilm, the show is being described as a galactic version of a classic Amblin coming-of-age adventure films of the 1980s. That comes to us from Variety. And there was also some details in the report saying they're looking for a cast of like 11 and 12-year-olds to get to
Younglings.
that. A little bit, like you cross a little bit of Goonies with Stand By Me in the Star Wars post-Empire era.
Man.
Things.
Oh my
Are
God.
some younglings going to find a dead body?
Yeah, maybe they find a dead
Sweet.
stormtrooper, poke it with a stick.
Oh,
I mean,
great.
I don't know, but I think this sounds charming.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm just going to throw it there one more time. What's that?
No, I'm just saying, until you realize he's doing a Vespa gang series.
It's their origin
The
story.
The origin story of the Vespa gang on Tatooine, on the sands of Tatooine. So again, if he, I'm so tired, so sleepy, I need a break. Oh, I'm gonna make a movie. I'm gonna make a movie with Brad Pitt and George Clooney. Oh, and I'm gonna create and executive produce and showrun brand new Star Wars film and stuff like that. I just, yeah, guys, when you hear, oh, I just needed a break, you knew you were doing this movie for 2 years. So that clearly wasn't the case. Okay, all that nonsense aside, love it. Love it. Look, I just want good storytellers telling good stories, right? Jon Watts has proved he can take incredible expectations. He can take a brand new iteration of things, which is what he did with Tom Holland as Spider-Man. He took a brand new stab at something that was going to be totally new to the audience. He can take all of that and he can craft not just a lot of fun, he can craft a legitimately good story. And that's one of the things about the Spider-Man movies is, look, any idiot can sit down and go, big guy punches other guy in the face and he flies through a wall. Any 5-year-old can write that. Can you do that within the
script in confidence?
Sorry, I signed the NDA. But can you do that within the context of a solid story with populated by characters you make us care about and whatever? And if he can bring that sensibility to the Star Wars universe, I think it's great. I think it's beyond great. And I still kind of believe that maybe Bryce Dallas Howard's going to be the one directing Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie. But whatever happens with that, I hear this. I love the idea of this Amblin thing. I know there's going to be a lot of people out there. I want dark and adult. Well, you go watch Pornhub. Yeah. But yes, there's plenty of dark and adult coming. Don't worry about it. We got the Acolyte coming. Don't worry. We got dark and adult coming. Hang in there. The idea of an 80s style Amblin film like that set in the Star Wars movie, a coming of age thing in the Star, because that's the thing you were saying earlier, right? Well, you pointed out, you nailed it right on the head when you said, this is a huge galaxy with so many stories to tell. I don't want the same kind of story every time. I don't want the lone gunman or the rogue Jedi story every single time. Tell me a different kind of story in that context. So, and in the hands of a guy like Jon Watts, sign me up. I think this sounds great. I'm very excited about it. What do you think about this?
I love this. I think this is wonderful because what is the Spider-Man trilogy if not a coming of age story that just happens to have a supernatural person or a superpowered person in there, excuse me. Right. And so it's just taking very, very relatable concepts and giving them extraordinary circumstances, which is how the best movies are told, right? Very human stories, extraordinary circumstances. And Star Wars, at the end of the day, they are very human stories, despite having aliens and being in a galaxy far, far away. It's about people trying to rise up against tyranny. It's about people trying to be better than their perceived circumstances and owning their destiny and everything, right? So I'm really, really excited to see him.
You're pitching the hell out of this. I'm loving this.
Thank
Please
you.
continue. This
is
great. I'm
Disney,
loving it.
hire me. So this I think is a lot of potential. And I love the idea of doing different kind of genres within Star Wars. It's one of the things that makes Mandalorian so great, right? Is that it's a Western that happens to be in the Star Wars universe. So I think doing this kind of story works really, really well. And I hope that it sparks more explorations into different types of stories that can exist here.
Ray, I know you're already trying to come up with a way that this is about 4 young kids attacking a moon, but what do you think about this? Does this excite you? Does it not interest you? What do you think?
The only thing I got from it is how badly a lot of directors want to direct anything Star Wars, like over anything. I mean, he had Fantastic Four, if that was what he was assigned to, and he dropped all that. He said, I'm gonna do the Star Wars series. So I mean, if someone's eager to do a Star Wars project, who has, like, lately he's been killing it, I mean, I'm all for it. It only smells something good for Star Wars, I hope. I mean, there's been a lot of things that have come out where people weren't that happy. Hopefully he could maybe right the ship a little bit if the ship has gone astray for some people.
Well, you raise a really good point, though. Like, a lot of the big filmmakers and storytellers today, their number one influence is Star Wars. Like, even Feige, the king of Marvel, his real passion's Star Wars.
Yeah.
So now you got these Marvel guys that want to start taking a crack at some Star Wars stuff. So you're right about that.
It all makes sense now. Like, from when we heard that Feige was like, okay, I guess I'll get another director. You do your Star Wars thing. So
I still think he went to Jon Watts and said, hey, but I think it incorporated. I think he gave a call to Kathleen Kennedy and said, look, I kind of got this idea for Fantastic Four, but I need to make it up to Johnny. He really wants to do something Star Wars. You got something delicious Star Wars he can do, and maybe go. I'm making all this up. I'm totally speculating. Don't go reporting
that
this.
Is so specific.
Totally speculating here, but I don't know. I think this sounds kind of exciting. Anyway, guys, question is for you. Jon Watts doing a Star Wars series set in the vein of an 80s style Amblin coming of age thing. I've never heard anything like that before. I think it sounds fascinating. What do you guys think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down in the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. Guys, we want to take a minute and thank the sponsor of this video, ExpressVPN. Now, you guys have all already heard about ExpressVPN. I've talked about it a number of times in my videos. It's the best way to protect your privacy online and to give you that security online that we all need. And there's another practical reason why viewers of this show love using ExpressVPN. Take Netflix, for example. You see, thousands of shows on Netflix are only available outside of the US, so you need to change your country if you want to access them, and ExpressVPN lets you do just that. Because what the ExpressVPN app does is it encrypts your data and reroutes it through server locations of your choice. This not only protects your data, but it also lets you control which country you want want Netflix to think that you're in. ExpressVPN lets you choose from over 90 different countries, so every time you run out of stuff to watch, you can just fire up the app on your laptop or smart TV, switch your country, and hit connect. And once you refresh your page, you'll get a brand new selection of shows. It's just that simple. And those reasons and many more is why ExpressVPN is the #1 rated VPN provider by publishers like TechRadar and The Verge. So guys, visit expressvpn.com/Campea right now and get 3 extra months of their service for free. That's expressvpn.com/Campea. Go to expressvpn.com/Campea to learn more.